Well, hello, and a very warm welcome back to Garden Club. Here we are in the 4th week in July. Did you see those plums, how they're ripening? That really goes to show, doesn't it, how we're moving on in the season. I remember as a child being stung by a wasp and my mother saying it was always when the plums came into the shops, when the plums ripened, that the wasps began. Well, I don't know about that, but anyway, today, what are we going to be doing? Well, we're going to plant out some really lovely cornflower and some beautiful nasturtiums, both of which really remind me of cottage gardens and beautiful gardens in the old days. So both of those will be lovely. And as well as that, I thought we might take some geranium cuttings. I've got a couple of old geranium plants which have got very leggy because they've been growing now for a couple of years because it's we've had some mild winters, you know, and they've gone on. So they need to be have cuttings taken now so we get some lovely fresh plants. So let's, without further ado, let's go over and deal with the geraniums. So here we are with the geraniums. Let's see what we can, it's a bit of a leggy old fella, this one. Let's see what we can get off this. Pull some bits away that might be suitable. Let's probably use that. Something over here perhaps. Just get them off to begin with and then we can sort them out in a moment. That'll do nicely. Might take you there. Right, so, well, we don't want any flowers on there or anything like that. And you know, I bet you most of you have taken geranium cuttings. Your old hands, I bet lots of you are taking geranium cuttings. They're one of the great things we used to do, aren't they? Cut it off just below a node. There we are. And take off most of the leaves because we don't want any leaves on there. You'll be shouting at me now, saying these are rather short, but that's what we've got on here, so let's use them. Experience tells me they will root ever so easily, so we're nothing to worry about with that really. 2 or 3 weeks time they'll be making little roots. We'll be able to tug at them slightly in the pot and they won't they'll resist, they won't move. They'll be fine. They're just nice actually. We're taking these just by where the new growth comes and they'll make some nice shoots. There we are, look. I shall put these in a good pot and give them some water. They don't need any rooting powder or anything like that. In fact, I remember being told that geraniums actually are positively better not to have any rooting powder on them, unlike many cuttings that we'd take. So I'll get about 5 cuttings in there. I'll sort them out. But anyway, let's go over and see what we're going to plant now today. So, now to plant out some lovely cornflower that we sowed together on the video a little while ago. Cornflowers, these lovely blue cornflowers, they're always marvellous. You can see I'm wearing one this morning, and of course those of you who are from Chichester or who know Chichester well will maybe remember that in the old days cornflowers were the flower of Chichester, and you know, on Gala Day they would sell cornflowers, wouldn't they? I've met many people who remember that, and in fact I've met a number of people who were involved in the growing of those cornflowers, and if you're watching this, yeah, it was lovely to hear all about that because I remember the cornflowers very well. Anyway, these are not quite like the ones that we would have grown in the field. I grow those as well as cut flowers. They're tall, you know, they're about 2'6", maybe 3 foot tall. These are some exactly the same, just like this here. They look the same, but they're short-stemmed ones, and they'll be fine. We'll pop those in here, so they'll grow better in a pot, really, because you know the other ones would be too tall and leggy. So let's put these in. We'll plant these for everyone. Well, we'll plant these for everyone, but let's have a special memory this morning, a special thought this morning for everyone who knows Chichester well, and I know many of you around here do. So if you're not from these parts and you're watching this video, which I know some of you do, if you don't know Chichester, it's a beautiful city, Roman origins, and a wonderful Georgian architecture as well. Marvellous place. You should go there and visit the theatre as soon as it's reopened. There we are. That's my advertisement for Chichester for this morning. And one more, because they're only little in here. And these will make a beautiful, beautiful clump of blue later on. Cornflower blue is something beautiful to behold. Right, cornflower. What a marvellous thing. Lovely. That'll be good. So, now to plant out some nasturtiums. Beautiful, beautiful things, nasturtiums. I think lots of us have happy memories of nasturtiums, growing them as children or seeing them growing. You know, I remember them trailing up over all sorts of ugly things in the old days. Great things to go over the old air raid shelters and things. You know, when I was a child, they were still rusting away in gardens. So these nasturtiums, though, they're not the great big tall ones that trail up. These are some short ones. They're only going to grow about a foot tall, and they're a variegated kind, which is very pretty. Lovely leaves, lovely you know, nasturtium colours, lovely oranges and yellows and reds. Beautiful, beautiful colours, really nice. We have found over the years that the variegated ones do not suffer from black fly anything like the same extent that the ordinary ones do, the non-variegated ones. So let's put these in now, and they'll be absolutely beautiful, as I say. Really, really nice. And they'll brighten up some lovely days later on. I've also got some others growing on, a little bit smaller at the moment, which we'll plant out in due course. Purple Emperor, and they're a deep dark colour, very different to your average nasturtium. I think they're beautiful. Not everyone does, because they like the traditional nasturtium colours, but they're lovely as well. I like ordinary nasturtiums too, the traditional ones, but these are great as well, the other ones. So I shall stop waffling on, and here is a pot of nasturtium for us to enjoy later on. That's lovely. All sorts of lovely things. So there we are. There's a little something from Garden Club again for this week. And again, as I leave you with some lovely pictures of the garden and the countryside at the moment, I'd particularly draw your attention to the picture of the rose bay willow herb growing in the hedgerow, which is so lovely, and the knapweed as well, which is really pretty, like a little jewel in the hedgerow at the moment. And also, look what else I saw. Here we are, late now in July, and the blackberries. Look at those juicy, lovely blackberries, just ripe for the picking. That gives you an idea where we are in the year, doesn't it? Goodness. When we started videoing things together back in March, we were worrying about frost, we were sowing seeds, we were dreaming of warmer days, and dreaming of the summertime, and here we are looking at pictures of blackberries. There you go. Well, it's ever so lovely to be with you again in this way today. Looking forward to the day we can meet again in person. But in the meanwhile, take care. Bye-bye for now. Bye-bye.